Oh, hello guys, just checking out Apple Music. So you know what, it's been ages since I've did a video, probably about 7 to 8 months. And I know a lot of you guys were worried about me, you thought maybe I'd died or I'd been abducted by aliens, something like that. But I can assure you I wasn't, and I'm here now to make you a video. So as you can tell from the title above, it's going to be on the service Apple Music. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the application and my opinion on it. So let's get into the video. So here we have my iPhone screen, and as you can see at the top there, music being the new Apple Music application in the top left hand corner. Also we've got next to that, by no coincidence, the Spotify application. So I put that in there just to show you guys that I am actually a Spotify user, so I'm quite familiar with the service and with streaming music services. Apple Music is obviously their answer to services like Spotify. Pretty much Apple are not doing so well with iTunes in selling music. They still make millions, obviously, but they're realizing the profits are going down each year because of competition from these music streaming services. So Apple thought they'd get in on the act, and they brought out their own streaming music service, which is Apple Music. So if you do want Apple Music, what you do need to do is make sure you update your iPhone to the latest iOS software update. So just go down to General, well, go to Settings, then go to General, go to Software Update, and make sure you update your iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, whatever it may be, to iOS 8.4, assuming your device is compatible. If you do that, then you will get the new music application. You'll notice your music icon will have changed. So let's go into the music app, and probably when you first launch it, you'll be asked to take on the 3-month trial of the service. If you do so, it's free for 3 months. Then after that, it's £10 a month in the UK or $10 a month in the US. So it's up to you if you want to then obviously carry on the subscription after 3 months. But I would say definitely give it a go for 3 months, see if you like it. It's not going to cost you anything, so you may as well. So as you can see here, first of all, we're greeted with the radio portion of the application. You'll notice the application does look very similar to the old music app, but it is a totally redesigned app. It's quite a bit different once you start diving into it. It's just got a similar look to what we're familiar with from the previous music application. So as you can see here, we've got the radio portion where there's different radio stations you can listen to. You'll probably be straight away recommended to listen to Beats 1. So let's have a listen to that now. And I've hit listened, and basically there we have it. The radio station is playing. Now I won't actually play no music just for copyright reasons with YouTube and that, but you get the idea. So the track's playing now, and we can just basically listen to this station. Now it's a live station, it's got DJs, I think it's 24 hours a day, and they obviously play the latest music. So I don't think we can skip it or anything like that, because it's just like a proper radio station. But what is cool, it is telling you what's playing, which is cool. And also if we go down to the menu icon in the bottom right hand corner, we bring up some more options, and there is the ability to save this song, add it to my music, it's called. So basically save the song, so if you liked it, you can add it to your music and listen to it when you want. And there's also ability to add it to playlists, things like that. Or you can even go to iTunes and buy it, but I'm not quite sure you'd want to do that if you're paying for the Apple streaming music service. But you may do if you really love the song that much. So that's pretty much the radio portion of the app. Won't go into too much detail. So next one, if you along the bottom, you can see the different icons. So we can go for the heart, which is for you, and you probably can guess this is where Apple will recommend your music. So you choose your favorite categories of music. So if you like things from the 80s, for example, you would select that. Maybe you like metal music, you would select that, etc. And from them categories, Apple will start recommending your music. Also from your listen habits, Apple will also recommend your music from that as well. So more you use this app, better Apple will get to know you, and then it'll be able to recommend you new music all the time. So next up, if we go to new, which is the next one along, and as you can see here, this is where Apple is going to show you all the latest music, what's doing well in the charts, and what tracks are hot at the minute. Also any new albums or new songs which are out. Very similar to what you would see in iTunes. So we've already done radio. So the next one after that is Connect. And this is a bit like a social network. Let's hope it's a little bit more successful than Ping. I'm not sure if any of you guys know what that is, but it was a social network that Apple released on iTunes a few years ago. Never really took off. So Connect is kind of another stab at that, I guess. And this is where you can keep up to date with your favourite artists. And for example, you can start following one of your artists here, connect with them as it were, or they can connect with you. For example, down at the bottom here we've got Snow Patrol, and I'm obviously following Snow Patrol, that's why I've been recommended them here. And as you can see, they can basically put videos up there for the fans, pictures, new tracks, things like that, and you can comment and interact with other fans of the artist. So not sure if it's something I would use, but you know, it's handy to have there if you're maybe bored and just want to have a look round. Then next up we've got My Music, and this is where you'll find music you've already got on your phone, maybe music you've already bought through iTunes, and also music you've saved from Apple Music and also chose to download to your phone for like offline listening. Just to quickly show you what you can do, so if you go to search, and this is the beauty of music streaming services, you've got access to a massive library, so you can basically listen to anything you want which is on the Apple Music service, which will probably be most chart music and most like albums from major labels. So I'm going to try something a little bit old school. We'll go for Oasis. I know it's already here, Oasis, because I did actually check it out. And as you can see here, I did a search for Oasis, and basically I've got access to all their songs, albums and things like that. So for example, we'll click on one of their albums, I'll tap on one of the albums I should say, and we can listen to some of their music. As you can see, the music's playing now. You can see it along the bottom, it's playing. I can make that bigger, so I've got more music controls, things like that. If I want, I can hit the menu button here and choose to add this album to My Music. Also, I can make it available offline. So that's what we'll do, in fact. We'll make it available offline. And if I go back to My Music, like so, you can see Oasis is added there. So that's pretty much how it works. And the application is quite simple, in fact. And just quickly comparing it to Spotify, I'm not quite sure if Spotify's got more features. Even though I am a Spotify user, I don't really dive into that too much. I just use it a way to just listen to music and to make playlists. But I would say the Apple application, even though it's got that Connect feature and it's also got radio and things like that, I would say it's a little bit more simpler to use. So that's one thing I did like about the app. It's a little bit more simpler than Spotify in my opinion. I just think Spotify, the menus are a bit fiddly and it's a little bit hard to get to your favourite artists, things like that. So that's just a quick overview of the application, and so far, like I said, it's quite simple, which I think is cool, and it's got pretty much everything I've searched for so far, which is good. And overall, as a music streaming service, it's pretty good.
Thank you very much for the birds and bees. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much for the birds and bees. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much for the family circle. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much for the family circle. Thank you very much.